Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and mercy and blessings be upon you. First of all, let me say that I am not a film producer, film director, so I know that angle is really weird and awkward, and I tried my best to get it at a proper angle. It didn't work. I've been trying for maybe more than half an hour. So let's leave it like this, inshallah, until I get really better at producing these channels. With that being said, now moving on to what's really important, Islamic reminders, the best part of the videos, alhamdulillah, well, inshallah. Do you ever get wiswas to the extent that you want to quit something? The wiswas just keeps on going on and on. Wiswas, which is from the shaitan, these thoughts that just doesn't want to stop no matter how many times you battle with your head. Because lately, that's what's been happening to me. My wiswas is to quit YouTube. And I only started 20 days ago to do it consistently. I had started before then, YouTube, but it wasn't consistent. And isn't it funny and ironic that I want to quit just so early on? But that is how serious the shaitan is, bringing his army to tell me to stop. Because he knows that people are benefiting. He knows that I'm benefiting from these Islamic reminders, from the Quran and Hadith. And he knows that someone on the other side of this camera is benefiting. And so today, alhamdulillah, I spoke to my friend and I told her about the wiswas I was getting, and she said something to me, and I said, inshallah, by me sharing this to you guys, not only inshallah you're going to laugh and smile, but you're going to see how crazy wiswas in general is. So my friend, she speaks English the way I speak English, so native level, and she's got an exam this week as part of getting the passport, the British passport, and she's really nervous about it. But the thing that's so funny about it is that it's a 10-minute exam and it's about how are you and what's the weather like. It's like these simple questions for an advanced speaker, and she's really nervous because it's an exam and she gets nervous about it. She gets mutawatir. Mutawatir in Arabic is another way to say nervous, but there's something else like jittery. That's the word I'm looking for, is jittery. And when she told me the wiswas that she was having and that she said that she's going to fail the exam because of how nervous she is, I laughed so much within myself. My cheeks were hurting. Like there was no laughter coming out, but my cheeks were aching me and my ribs were aching me. And I thought, and I said to her, I was like, you telling me this has made my wiswas look like nothing. And I said to her that I'm going to do my YouTube channel today. I'm going to go back, to doing the videos. And I said to her, I want you to write in your diary, in your phone right now, that you've passed your exam. And I want you to write it and then send it to me this week after the exam. And I said to her, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to write down right now that I've done the video, and then once I've uploaded it, I'm going to send it to you that I've done the video. And basically what that does, when we do that, when we write it already as if it's done, our brain is like, okay, it's done, let's do it. And that's another way, that's a way to beat the shaitan, because the shaitan, he doesn't have any power over us, even though it feels like the thoughts are so powerful. The thoughts about quitting something or the thoughts about doing something haram is so big, it feels like it's bigger than us. But we must remind ourselves, I'm talking to myself first and foremost, I must remind myself that shaitan, he doesn't have any power, and he only has the power that we give him. And that what I can do is to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, tawakkal ala Allah, put my trust and my faith, my reliance, my dependence on Allah and not on myself. not on my power, not on my strength, not on my ability, not on my intellect, not on my experience. I have so much experience in speaking to public. I used to be a public speaker, and I've been teaching for the past 17 years. So I'm used to speaking in front of a group of people, you know, so not to rely on that even to not rely on my experience, but to rely on Allah. And that is what is happening to me every single day, is my faith is being sharpened every single day when it comes to coming onto YouTube and doing a video. Walhamdulillah. And I actually, do you know what, since I'm here, I did say to you that I'm gonna give you guys update about Qiyam al-Layl. Alhamdulillah. I must say, right, I didn't expect to have good deeds happen after doing Qiyam al-Layl. So there's two things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and one of them was reading Surah Baqarah. I've been wanting to read Surah Baqarah ever since my auntie told me to read it daily, and this was a few years ago. And I said to her, wow, like that will take me so long to read Surah Baqarah every single day. And she said to me, take it step by step. You can read 5 pages, you can do less than that, but the most important thing is to read Surah Baqarah. And subhanAllah, by me praying Qiyam al-Layl, I got this inspiration to read Surah Baqarah, to read 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages, however much I'm able to at that time. And there's been another good deed that's been happening, and that is Salatul Duha. I've been meaning to go back to praying this prayer for a long time, and subhanAllah, it happened so easily. And I really do believe that it happened because I've been praying Qiyam al-Layl. So alhamdulillah, not only am I getting to ask Allah in my Qiyam al-Layl for dua, like any dua that I want to ask for, because that is one of the purpose of Qiyam al-Layl, is to ask Allah. Also, other benefits have been happening. One of them is peacefulness, another one is calmness, you know, for some period of time. Of course, not the whole day and not the whole night am I feeling peace and calm, because this is a dunya. This dunya is funny, babe. Okay, so now that I've spoken about Qiyam al-Layl, I just remembered something. Because the reason why I remembered something is because I said babe. And that's because I believe, and I think I'm speaking to sisters, okay? I saw that in my analytics on YouTube, in the YouTube Studio app, I saw that 41%, 41.6%, something like that, are male. And I was very shocked to see that, because I don't want men to see me on YouTube. I don't want men to watch me or to listen to me. This channel is for boys who are under the age of balagh, which means under the age of maturity. Yeah, so we're looking at like primary school age, you know, 11 years and younger. And it's also for girls, for any age, girls, ladies, women. And that's how I want it to be. So if you are a brother, I respectfully ask you to please watch the scholars, the male scholars, like Sheikh Salih Al-Fawzan, Sheikh Abdul Razak Al-Badr, and there are so many more beautiful scholars in Islam to listen to, and they have a lot of beneficial videos. So please, 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 I do not feel comfortable in a brother watching me or in any male watching me. All right, now that I've said that, let's move on to other thoughts and feelings that I have. Actually, do you know what? I don't actually have anything else I want to speak about, except for, you know, I want to bring it back to what I said earlier on about the Wiswas. I really, really do want to inspire myself and other people to not listen to him, to not listen to the shaitan, because the shaitan, he will, you know, it will feel like he's brought his army. It literally will feel like that. Sometimes it feels like it's just him, you know, it will feel like, it's just one. But then other times it feels like he brought his whole army. Like, yalla, come. You know, this person is trying to do some good deeds. Like, let's stop this person right now. You know, he really doesn't want any of us to go to Jannah. He wants us to go to hellfire. And he wants us to live a miserable, sad, constricted life. And so Allah, He doesn't want that. Allah, He does not want us to live a sad life. And so it is up to us to put our reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, I benefit from these Islamic reminders, and inshallah you benefit from these Islamic reminders. I've missed you, and inshallah I will see you again tomorrow. That's all for today. Take care, have a lovely night wherever you are in the world, or have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. Assalamu alaikum.